I have a client who asked me, JP, what do you do when you are feeling impatient? It's interesting because the answer I'm going to give is different than it would have been maybe 6 months ago. And I've been wearing a necklace with the clue to the new answer for 12 years with a few breaks in between. I'll show it to you in a second. When I'm feeling impatient, the obvious thing in the past would have been, well, what can I do to feel more patient? But this is where things have changed for me. I no longer aspire to patience. In fact, I'm actually looking for places in my life where I've become patient, or I'm trying to be patient, and changing my tact, changing my approach completely. Because here's the thing, what I saw, at least of how I experience it and represent the word patience, is that when I'm being patient, I'm allowing myself to be at peace while waiting, or I'm trying to be at peace while waiting for something. But there's a dichotomy in that. There's kind of a catch-22. Because as long as I'm waiting for something, there's a part of me that's connected to a future. There's a part of me that's hooked into something other than what's here and what's right now. And so to be patient means to be hooked into something outside of the here and now and continue to be hooked into it and let that hook be okay with you. Now, maybe people can do that and be completely at peace, but I've found that instead of trying to stay hooked into something, i.e. patient for something happening, waiting for something to happen, being at peace while waiting, instead of that, to actually let go of the thing completely and come back into the here and now. So there's the necklace, right? It's a Chinese symbol for the word today or now in Chinese. Patience only exists in time. Outside of the expanse of time, present to future, patience has no relevance. So if you're fully in the present moment, if you're fully here now, then patience is actually irrelevant. So when I'm feeling impatient, instead of trying to be okay with it not happening, be at peace while waiting, I actually say no waiting, therefore no patience, therefore I come into this present, what is here right now. And so in a more pragmatic sense, well, how do you do that? Imagine one common experience, I'm waiting for my son to finish brushing his teeth so we can go to bed without trying to rush him, but also feeling impatient because I want to go to bed and he's there like playing and stuff, right? It's cute and it gets old. And so in that moment, instead of trying to be patient while he finishes, holding on to the future of him being done so I can go to bed and being at peace with it, I actually come fully into the present moment and shift my focus of attention. In a sense, it's actually giving up that thing that I wanted going to bed, fully letting it go. Being okay with the idea that it might never happen. I don't even have to contemplate that because all I have to do is let go of the desire completely for there to be something other than what is right now. That's the thing. When you're being patient, you're accepting something as being different than what you want while still holding on to that thing you want. So can you really fully accept it while you're still hooked in? For me, the answer is no. If you can, then I'd love to hear how you do that. But for me, the only way to be fully free is to let it go completely. And so I shift my focus to what am I experiencing right now? What is the depth of experience that's available in this present moment? And how much more can I access that? What does it sound like right now? If I were to quiet down the thoughts in my mind, what would I hear? What are all the things in my visual field? What am I feeling in my body? What am I feeling on my skin? What sounds is he making? What's his experience? There is so much happening in every fraction of a second that's passing. I can fill my whole body and mind with that. So what if, when we're feeling impatient, we don't have to become more patient? What if all we have to do, or all we can do to have the peace that we want through patience, is to just look into this present moment. Look at what's happening right here and right now. What does a toothbrush feel like for him as it's brushing across his mouth for probably less than 100 times in his life has he done that, right? Is it still new? What's that like? If I'm standing at my standing desk and I'm feeling an impatience to hear back from somebody by email, what do the keys feel like on the underside of my fingertips? What's the temperature of the air on my skin right now? Oh, what is that? That doesn't matter. Who cares? But how does that help? Well, actually, the only thing that is actually real is what's happening right now. So what if the temperature of the air on my skin was actually more valuable to me than the possibility of a new client signing up or hearing back from my accountant about what the IRS is going to do for us this year? What if right now, what I was feeling in this moment was better? It pretty much always is, especially better than impatience. But now my experience is that it's even better than patience. I have more freedom and more bliss in the present moment than I even do in patience. I hope this distinction sheds some new light for you on how you can relate to the moment and patience versus impatience. If you have questions, ask, comment. If you have an interest in engaging with me on a deeper level, I would love you to sign up for my email list. It's not an email marketing list. It's a place for me to be in conversation with you on a little bit more personal level so we can create something together. If that's of interest, click the link, sign up. But no matter what, I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for watching and listening. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.